Hey guys, welcome to the first episode. Sorry for delay, still learning. We are doing Mantic May, and for Mantic May, we are doing Deadzone War in Urban Battle Zones, a game by Jake Thornton. Bought this one back on the Kickstarter, so I might have extras, I might not, I don't know, can't remember, it's been that long of a time. So we'll do this today. We're just going to do unboxing, most likely possibly start building some guys. Let's have a look what's in the box. Let's see, we get rulebook, yeah, rulebook, a my Deadzone Kickstarter package, which I got the Recon package. So I got the box game, paper gaming mat, signed art print, art postcards, plastic miniatures, extra plague, plastic miniature DZ mercenaries, 25 mil base sprue, random dreadball MVP. So yeah, I have a few extras. So we have tokens. As you can tell, I've not touched this. The only thing I've touched from that. Oop. There we go. Arg. That's still too shiny. We have the art. More tokens. Something else. Let me have a look-see, see what it is. Oh, more Deadzone. So we're good. The gaming mat. I also have the plastic mat, or the neoprint giant mouse pad, which I've been using as a mouse pad. I'll set these aside for now. Oh, something I thought I lost. I think that's GW's. Let's go in for a little closer look. Ah, okay. It's just pretty shiny on my camera. We have a thank you letter, Mantic points, the postcards, which have been unopened and staying like that. We have lots and lots of building and bases. We'll get into the buildings on a later episode, but today's just so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 building, I'm guessing 7 building sprues plus joints. I'm guessing what that is. Accessories for the buildings. 2 sets of accessories for the buildings. So I'm guessing we have 9, 10 for those keeping track. Let me know in the comments. 9 sprues or 9, 10 sprues for bases or buildings. 3 Mantic bases. 5 25 mil Mantic bases. Let's see what's in the bag. If you can see the address, that's fine. I don't live at that house anymore. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look-see at the rest of this stuff, which I do believe is still Mantics. And yes, just for Mr. Smith, I've changed my format. No squeaky chair. So what do we have in this? Alright, we'll put these on the table and go in for a closer look. Let's go fancy camera, zoom. And yes, it's on a tripod, so it's going to be a little bit weird. And we'll just... Alright, squeaky chair's coming back. I can't stand for the whole episode. I'm too old. Ow. We'll put that camera back on. Let's have a look. First bag. Oh, we have some spare bags because I know how I am with losing stuff. So first bag we have we have mutants. I'm guessing the plague people. Nicely detailed, very little a bit of flashing, but beautifully detailed. We have 3 of these guys. I have no idea which ones they are. Just get the rule books. Ow. As you can tell, too early, even for me to be doing a live stream. I'm hurting myself. So we do this. Get paper for the... So we have... Hopefully it tells us in here. Those are... Oh. We have... It's not going to tell us, so we're going to go with 3 big-ish mutant people, which are called... I will find that page. Plague. So 3 biggish plagues. And yes, I did, Mr. Smith. I'm too old to stand up for the whole hour. So we have 3 biggish mutants with guns and their arms. All nice. Tabs are press and hold, so there's not much room for conversions. But multiple poses as they come in, which isn't too bad. And then the sprue with 3 heads and 1 big arm. That's bag number 1. Let's go to... I have no idea. It's this one's staying in the bag. Little Trojan, Spartan, Greekan themed guy. So we're just gonna leave him in the bag until we figure it out. He will be painted this month, part of Mantic May. Let's go another bag. Ooh, there we go. 1 small bag filled with humans. There's the one thing I do like about Mantic. If I accidentally put other companies in here, which I doubt I did, majority of Mantic models already have little round things on their feet for their bases. Not a fan of that because I don't. Trying to get underneath all that with that base is going to be a pain. But we have 5 enforcers, humans. See, they're kind of Sigmarine-ish. But these also came out way before Age of Sigmar did. But just with the 6-packs and the armor, you could possibly use them as Necromunda. Just a little proxy for the, I don't know, the Judge Dredd looking guys. And then we have in the other bag that came in the big bag, arms. See, these guys, they're not press fit. They're flat jointed. So, like your stereotypical GW style. We have heads, arms in this bag, which we're not leaving. Put these guys in the bags. Let's see, we get, I'm gonna guess, 1 heavy weapon guy, as we have 1 big gun. It's about inchish. We have 4 medium guns, and I'm gonna say a sergeant because we have a blade and a pistol, because we all know the rules. The higher rank you get, the worse the weapons get. Oh, you're gonna die quickly. Here, have one of the best guns there is. See, bag number 2, we have more stuff. We have a little bag with heads. Deep, sorry, I probably did that off camera. Heads, a gun, a backpack type thing. But these could be humans, I'm not 100% sure. Or enforcers. Like I said, I bought this many, many years ago. Well, as you saw, I got this during the whole Kickstarter. I have this stick for a base, which probably go on none of these guys. So we'll figure that out, as we all love Mantic, because we don't really get instructions with Mantic. It's a nice little guessing game. Well, back then. Nowadays, I have no idea. So, I don't know. Plague people, just because they got spikes and stuff. So, plague people with guns. Plus a body with no maybe part of, I don't know. Like I said, we'll figure out when we get to it. We have 1 sprue, lots of flashing and mode lines on the pieces. I'm almost regretting doing Mantic May. I should have looked at these way before. But they have to be done at some point. So we have some tentacles, something type things, a gun, a stick, Let's have it. Well, we know. I don't know. These are all different. Um, well, we'll probably have to go into this into more detail in episode 2. That's why I can actually read and figure out, because it's unless it's just a mix of people. Ooh, there we go. I have legs here for somebody. Oh, I have legs for the Cape guy. So possibly a mixture of humans and plague. Like I said, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We have some hooded play robot type guy here. So we'll figure probably mercenaries, if there is mercenaries. We have a human or female plague, a female robot, maybe dark up. I don't know. Well, like I said, figure it out once we get to this bag. Which I'm just gonna sit here today, pick the best bag there is. So, yes, and I will figure out what that stick is. If you guys know, got this, let me know. It's gonna not drive me crazy, but try to figure it out. Let's see. Okay, we're on the bags that came in separately. I'm just hoping they're Mantic. It looked like Mantic. I'm not 100%. Oh, why can't Mantic break down? Oh, I have no idea if these are Mantics or not. I think they are. Well, they were in the box. So I'm guessing this little guy is Dreadbolt Star Player. Just for the fact I have one somewhere. And that's the only one that doesn't fit in with the Deadzone. I just would really like to know if these are Deadzone or not. I can't tell. If they are, I don't have bases for these guys, and they're different scale. So, yes, I believe these might not actually be Mantics. We'll save them. I'll put them on Discord to find out what they are, but we know they're not Mantics. So I have missing stuff. Oop, I have an arm for some. Oh, and we also get 2 deck of cards. I'm guessing they are, yep, Plague stat cards, Enforcer stat cards, plus I'm not opening them yet because I have nowhere to put them so they don't get destroyed by kids. Almost as bad as dogs. So, yes. So I'm thinking I might have stuff missing. Whether I received it or not, I don't know. Yeah, no, it is Mantic. That's what it says on the return address. And that is a good reason to be a hoarder. Or to keep the models in packages from Kickstarters that you ordered. But I have no idea what they are. Because in the bag, envelope is just an envelope. Whoop. Shaky cam, earthquake. Yes, England has earthquakes. Just not many people notice it. Especially in hobbyists in small areas, small spaces, they have lots of earthquakes. Alright, let's go in for more zoom. Nope, zoom. Ooh, shaky cam. And one day I will learn how to use the Streamlabs a lot more. So try to get zoom and stuff in. Okay, so I'm gonna say these are humans because they look human, but the scale doesn't add up to. So these are Mantic stuff, but the scale does not add up with the Deadzone stuff. So if anybody knows, please tell me in the comments. Let's see. So these, I'm gonna say, are basic troop choices with 2 heavy weapons. I can't really. Bodies, yeah, that actually quite nice. Whoop. Yes, almost saw that on camera. As well, everybody knows I do it, but I don't care. But these lovely individual legs join up at the hip, which is quite nice. And if you have those people who do those little, oh, I just want to paint the foot on the left leg first and then work my way up, I can't get myself around to doing something like that. They are A, B, C, D, E's. We'll figure it out. So I'm guessing the bodies are A, B, C, D, E's as well. The weapons are mix and match by the looks of it. So we'll do A with A legs, and then work our way that way. But I think these can be proxied for Necromundas a lot better than the bag ones. Then we have the heavy weapons, a flamethrower type gun, a futuristic heavy machine gun. Yeah, I'll say heavy machine gun and those as assault rifles. No, camera doesn't want to focus on much. So that is bag number 1. Well, great. The feral cats of Kingsland are out in force territory fighting in front of my shed. I'm not happy with that. And bag number 2 is exactly the same. Same guys. So well, that is it for the unboxing of the Deadzone. I am fearing, I remember people complaining about all the mold lines on the buildings, which I'm gonna have to do, but save them for the end of the month. So don't need that many bags, as I thought was gonna have more. Alright, so we are gonna do, oh yeah, I know where my glue is. We are gonna do we're going to start building. We need this body. We'll start with the bodies and then we'll figure out guns. By the looks of the heavy weapons, we get one. No, that could be a electronic super punching fist. But I think with the heavy weapons, we might have one arm to hold the gun for the two. If not, we'll just end up giving it a pose, a static pose of it not being fired. But we'll start with A. E. So we'll have A body, A legs, and just like all models, they never put the numbers or letters in sequential order. So we'll have a look-see. Doesn't really need that much of a cleanup on the actual physical area that you can see. Not that much mud line, not that much. So there's almost other companies. So yes, I know people are going to complain you shouldn't be using the blade part, but that's just years of habit for me. Ooh, we have 2 viewers. How is everybody in the chat? Unless one of those viewers are me. Legs, not that much of a mode line. Yep. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Focus. There we go. Yeah, mode line's not bad. Just a little cleaning at the connection points. And that's both legs, and we'll figure this out as we go. Alright, Mr. Smith, I'll see you later. I think I'm gonna go away. I'm filming. I'm filming. There you guys go. Nice little blooper for you. It's one of the best parts about being in the shed and having loud ass kids where you can hear them most of the time coming up and down the stairs inside the house. He is probably coming out here asking for his laptop, as all mine have decided to break, as I told you in previous video. So I have his laptop. This way it can at least last a while. Alright, hopefully this is Mantic's good stuff, which glues with normal glue. and not their weird plastic resin that required super glue. Because if it did, this is episode 1, and also the last episode of Mantic May until I get hold of super glue. So far as holding, so we're good. Or should I say enough super glue to do all of the models. Yep. And by the looks of it, we are on the good plastic. I'm not too sure if I like that pose, but don't know if I can fix it. By the looks of it, it's... Yep, he's just going to look like he needs toilet. Put him face down. Hey, Lupus. Yeah, it still counts as a blooper. Just live action. Improv blooper. Hopefully. Yeah, you didn't see that on camera. We don't want little kids getting... Ooh, we can start fire with that. When you have glue, as long as I do, sometimes you just have to give a little bit of that flame just to get it going. Do not recommend doing it indoors in a non-well ventilated area. Alright. That's like C. Oh, one annoying leg. I love half of these models, but half the time I just hate where they put the connection point. Uh-oh. And we're going to have mix and match legs, because I can't read. So, wait, yeah, that one's E. So I'm going to say... That one's E2. There we go. Let's see. It probably doesn't matter, but at least for this one, we'll do this set as a test and go our ways. It's a good thing my bad memory isn't super bad. I can remember who's who. I'm just glad we don't have a month that starts with a G or starts with a C. Otherwise, yeah, we can't have some games workshop day month or Citadel month. But we could probably do, I don't know, Space Marine September. We're still on quarantine. I'll probably get a decent amount of Space Marines by then, because I know I got Spud's favorite army. I have about 40 people I need to repaint, but don't want to. Started repaint of the tanks because they're easier to repaint. Let's start with this body. mold lines. Very, very, very small. This is probably going to be one of my favorite type of mold lines where I have to do it primer and then mold line. Because half of these are probably, you probably can see, but not enough without primer. Some models, I know the old fine cast, oh, I hated, the only reason I hated those wasn't the air bubbles, because I did armies where I can hide the air bubbles and do a little bit of sanding to fix gaps, because until I think after fine cast is when I finally learned how to use green stuff almost properly. But I've always bought it, knew how to mix it, but always end up getting a piece of blue that never mixed in with the green or with the yellow. So I had like a little pebble of green stuff in the green stuff. But yeah, almost all the fine casts I had has no air bubbles, and the air bubbles that were there, I was able to work it in, just make little, it was ogres, so little dimples and stuff like that. The only good thing I found with the fine cast, at least with the ogres, half of the big pieces, they were warped, heat them up. If they broke, somewhat easy to pin because they had that weird break where it will break, but it'll be male and female parts, not a straight clean. So here we go, legs number 2. I'll probably put the, I don't know, probably not the old 25. It's probably gonna go on the, on what I'm calling my dreaded 32 mils, just for the fact I never prepared for that. I'll put a picture of my base box on Instagram, link be in description below, just for the fact I have 2nd edition. I might even have a Rogue Trader base in there. Ooh, let's check out this guy. Is he flushes? He might, I don't know. 25 mil, I think that will work, just to have them as little display pieces. Have them up on Instagram, maybe on my personal site, which is up but not ready to share. Not that much stuff on there at the moment, but if you guys want, I'll put the link down below. Just let me know in the comments. Website is for my commission painting that I'm still trying to get launched. But I've been getting a lot of help from a few commission painters that are very, very happy to help. Hope that's not my house, Mr. Postman. I'm in my shed. But yeah, a lot of commission painters have been helping. I've been trying to avoid going to what sites? Fiverr and a few others for commission painters, just because it'll be good to help get a name out. But I would like to have a personal site up and running, maybe some business cards and stuff to send, so they, if they want repeat or want to come back and have more stuff painted, which you can see on my Instagram at the moment. I will find some of my older stuff and just put a little comparison of stuff I did in the 90s, which those are the hilarious ones. All those were, if they were primed, they were primed with, what was that paint? Skull White. So it wasn't even prime, it was painted on straight from the pot. Still able to keep detail on half the models. But like I said on the test stream, okay guys, I'm going to be right back. Just make sure that's not at my house. Okay, I'm back. Originally was not for me. When I went to go check, went to see what the kid wanted. He just wanted to let me know that he was awake and wanted his Xbox controller. Because quarantine, two youngest kids have decided, oh, I'm 11, I'm 7. We're gonna pretend to go to sleep around 10, 11, midnight. Wait for dad to go to sleep because mom be too tired when she goes to bed and play till 3, 4 in the morning. But we're going to play games that nobody knows we play so we don't get bugged. So in the daytime, they are playing Fortnite, Roblox, all the other free goodness. And at night, they're playing the actual disc we have bought. And then my missus has gotten 2 packages. I have gotten none. But I'm okay with that. I have Mantic May to deal with. And like I said earlier, I am regretting. But I have Dreadball. Might just do these 2 guys. There will be a lot of non-kid friendly words being said. And my really good American words where I like calling people. See, I've been out of the States so long, I don't even know if they're racial slurs or not. So I'm not going to repeat them here. But I know the one person be able to help me would be Coach from Family of Gamers 777, because he's from the same state and I learned half of my non-swearing swear words off my dad, who is from New York. I'm from New York via my dad, but born in Italy. Life of a military child. But yes, I will ask him to make sure they're not racial slurs, just because you don't really hear them on. One of my main ones I haven't heard on New York based TV or movies since the 90s. That's why I have a funny feeling about it. But the English people just look at me and they're like, whatever. No. Does it sound like a swear word? I can almost get away with some of the Spanish swear words, but because Netflix has started putting so many Spanish and Spanish speaking shows and movies, it's almost hard to get away with, but it's a perk. I'll say it's a perk of being a military brat and being brought up in a bilingual house. I know my Spanish, that accent's atrocious. I can get by more than a tourist in Spain. Concentrate. Oops. But yeah, my mother just refused to speak to me and my sister in English just so we wouldn't sound like, well, pick up her accent. So instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna paint this model yellow, if I learned her Spanish or her English, I'd be, I'm gonna paint this yellow. Or let me get a sheet of paper. Oh, great. One model messed up. Might be fixed. Too flat feet. Well, this can be one of those fun ones. Uneven legs. Yes, uneven legs. I don't know. Probably do some thin corking. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Like I said, these came with no instructions, so this is a guessing game. But we're men. We do not need instructions. We don't need directions. We know how to do everything. Just don't ask my girlfriend. Or anybody's girlfriend or wife. Because they will say otherwise. He's mix and match. He should be all the same. But I Also, the videos I promised you are on standby because my stepson, Kenzie, who you heard earlier, his laptop does not like my webcam. So all my footage I record on my webcam cannot be edited. And I'm hoping this software I'm using right now to stream can record it and be usable. So right now I have Space Wolf, Ultramarine, Blood Angel, and one other tutorial. Oh, and my Broken Toad isolation box unboxing. The well, that one just needs the intro, outro refilming. I was smart enough to do the rest on my phone, and Vegas is using the phone. Well, phone videos. But because I have a high-tech nowadays phone, the battery life's not so great after a year and a half, or should I say, almost contract time up. And then I think the next one, I am strictly going to get it just for the cameras. Just because big household, untrusting kids, possibly if I went and bought a fancy camera, even if I put it up, they'll find a way to break it. They'll throw something and it'll bounce off 8 walls, off the ceiling, off the floor, land right smack on that camera. But yes, we'll do these guys. We'll do Dreadball. We'll do the buildings. And we'll venture into the stuff I'm annoyed already just by looking at them. Some of them are good, and then I got one set of bad ones. I might purchase some new ones and just see if they change their game, fix half the models. Gonna try get some Vermin and some Marauders. I think it, no, not Marauders, Forge Fathers, aka Dwarves and Rat People. That's a bad cast of trying to figure out. And urine. I said urine. And you're in. I think I have another uneven. Nope, I think he's even. He's cross leg even. Then I'm going to have quite a few cross legs. But in war, you have to go pee as well. On my, oh, wow, we're almost at the hour mark. So, clean these up. Possibly do off-camera build and lose the piece. Do off-camera build and we'll go from there. I'm so glad I have redone my shed and gave myself carpet. Not the best colors of carpet, but at least I don't have stuff falling down the cracks. Which is how I broke one of my airbrushes. Well, not broke, just doing maintenance on it, and small piece rolled off the desk and went into the gap. So until I get around to manhandling the shed, getting under the floor, under it, which I'm also fearing because my dog's best friend lives under the shed, which is called Mouse Mouse, and occasionally likes coming into the shed, but I've found every hole in the shed and have covered it up with heavy objects. So even if it chews through that, it's going to take a long time before it gets through the heavy objects. Homemade cement bricks. Except one hole which I planted mint in. My dog loves that friend of hers. I just don't want to sit there one day, do a video, and then have it go whee, and that mouse become more YouTube famous than me. And I will find a better position for the camera for tomorrow, and try to learn how to use Streamlabs a little bit better. Maybe get a Zoom or stuff in. So yes, I might possibly do some building after the video, but I'll do it on the other guys. Okay, if I learn on those guys, then I can finish these up on tomorrow's video and do a Blue Peter thing. And here's one I did earlier, and it's already primed. I think I'm going to call these I Need a Pee Imperial Guard in Armor. Just because they all have crossed legs. Damn you, Mantic, for no giving instructions. And me being too lazy to go online. But like I said, I've had this since the Kickstarter, so I have forgotten what's in here. Don't even have... Oh no, he's too far back for that. No, it doesn't, Lupus. If it did, I would never had a mouse. Trust me, every neighbor has mice, and they all have outdoor cats, which love to go in my yard just to piss off my dogs. Be like, ooh, we were here last night while you were inside sleeping. Ooh, I slept here. As we all know, I'm not really a cat person. The only way I will be a cat person if I can dog train a cat. That's why I call the cat's name. Oh. Yeah, I'm giving up on these guys. But at least now I know the basis of the next 5. And we'll also go on to Google or Mantic website, figure out the name of these guys, which will come out tomorrow's episode. And also, blah blah. Find out the names. I don't care about color systems because I'm just going to paint them however I want. Just make them still look somewhat good, presentable. And, yeah, name of the guys, figure out how they actually build, do the next 5. So, these might be, I don't know. So, I have, don't know. Yeah, it says the remainder of your items will be shipped next year. Okay. So these came in a year after the Kickstarter, but still no idea what it is. Yes. Okay. So I will bid you guys farewell.